In the Impact segment tonight, our analysis of last night's Republican debate continues. In addition to all the Facebook stuff, there were questions from the moderator, John King, about trivial pursuits.
Leno or Conan? Elvis or Johnny Cash? Dancing with the Stars or American Idol? BlackBerry or iPhone? Now imagine you're getting to the barbecue joint. Maybe it's here in New Hampshire, maybe it's South Carolina, ordering some wings. Spicy or mild? Coke or Pepsi? Deep dish or thin crust?
Deep dish.
Scintillating. Here now, with her point of view, Ann Coulter, author of the brand new best-selling book, Demonic Exorcist 5. Something. We'll get to that in a minute. All right, what I want you to do is just run down. I'm gonna read the name, and you give me your impressions from the debate, not overall impressions of them, but from last night. Mitt Romney.
I'm sorry, I consider the whole debate kind of a time filler until my boy Chris Christie jumps in. Romney, I think, will be the candidate if Chris Christie doesn't jump in, and he didn't make any huge errors. I suppose he had a good answer, as good an answer as he's going to have on Romney Care, which is it was only statewide, and we do believe as Federalists in state-by-state experimentation.
Good, and most people, according to the polls in Massachusetts, like it. I mean, so he served his constituents whether you like it or not. Okay, so he didn't make any mistakes, looked presidential, right?
Oh, totally. He's always looked presidential.
My God, there he is. If he doesn't win here, he might go to Albania. So they just elect him. Let's get that guy.
Or Hollywood.
Right. All right, Tim Pawlenty? That's it?
It's the same thing. I don't really
the shoulder shrug and the Come on, he's a smart guy, ran a state of Minnesota well for 8 years.
None of them made any major mistakes except Ron Paul, and I would say none of them hold a candle to my love, Chris Christie.
Okay, so he didn't impress you, Tim Pawlenty.
And Michelle, the only ones who are
All right, let me get
standouts.
later. So Tim Pawlenty did not impress you last night.
Okay, he didn't make any mistakes. He didn't.
All right, but you're not
blow me away either.
Not putting the sign on the lawn. No, okay.
I am. It's Chris Christie.
Bachmann, Michelle Bachmann.
She was a standout, though I did kind of know that about her. I think she's very impressive. Unfortunately, I don't think you can run for president from the House of Representatives or from not holding any elective office. Possibly. Yeah. Possibly. I think she's a very strong candidate. Or she could go back to Minnesota and run for governor and then run for president. She's a great candidate.
Newt Gingrich?
I generally don't like his commentary on TV because it puts me into a coma. And I noticed last night that when he has only 30 to 60 seconds to answer, he gets to the point and he is so much better.
All right. So you were happy with the speaker's...
Yes.
Okay. Thought he did well.
You ought to do it on Fox News. Give him 60 seconds. That's it, Newt.
Okay. Herman Cain?
I like Herman Cain, but speaking as someone who supported Steve Forbes, Alan Keyes, and Pat Buchanan for president, you cannot run for president unless you have held elective office, and I think it's got to be governor or senator.
Okay. Rick Santorum? Same as Pawlenty. Gets a Pawlenty shrug.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing that stood out.
All right.
All right. And Ron Paul?
Now that's a different kettle of fish. The other than enjoying Newt Gingrich when he has a time limit on his answer, no, I remembered why I dislike libertarians so much. Saying government should be out of it is a perfectly good answer for 90% of the questions you will ever be presented with. It is not a good answer to what do you think of gay marriage? Oh, we should just get government out of the business of marriage. No, I'm sorry, marriage has consequences. Who gets to adopt? Who pays alimony? Who inherits? Some of this can be dealt with by private contract, but some of it can't. How do you get the blood test done? What, your tennis coach is going to marry you? That was just a cowardly thing to do, and this is what drives me crazy about libertarians. They dodge the tough questions.
Did you see Stossel in the green room? Did you punch him? Because Stossel's a libertarian. He's coming out here to actually explain to me what Ron Paul said, because I really don't understand.
Well, ask him about government get out of the business of marriage. There are 1,000 legal consequences to marriage.
Okay.
And it's a cheap answer to say
it's an easy way out.
Yeah.
Now, your new book, Demonic. I didn't know that you yourself underwent an exorcism. Is that what this is about? Marin? No.
No, but I did send one in when I stayed.
No, I have to say, I read that book today.
Excelsior Hotel.
And I think it's your best book. And the reason it is Coulter's best book is she tones down the hysteria a little bit and tones up. Very well researched. I mean, the people that you are criticizing, the far left Kool-Aid drinkers in the media, okay, can't deny what you're saying.
I think it's devastating, and I think it explains a lot about liberals. I mean, since writing the book, absolutely every political story I look at through a different lens now, and all these things I could never understand about
and
liberals.
it's interesting to see how many of these lies, and you document them, and gutter snipe attacks there are. It's just, they never end.
Yes, the conspiracy theories of the left, the myths they promote, the contradictions they promote, the lies, it's all part of mob psychology, how they can just so easily accept a contradiction.
For any of you who are really chronicling this stuff, it's interesting. My favorite line in the book was, to be fair to O'Reilly, which he wouldn't be to me, taking a shot at, come on, he wouldn't be to me.
True. And that's a good story, by the way.
The Dana Milbank, who totally lied about our Fox News election coverage story.
And you made a joke?
You take a little shot at me, you know?
Yes, I did, and you deserved it.
I did. When have I not been fair to you,
I'm just now saying this isn't as hysterical as my other, but none of my books are hysterical.
Come on, you've been known to go into the little hysterical range once in a while.
They are funny.
Never. Okay, it's just humor, right?
Yes, and if Dennis Miller said it, you'd think it's funny. But it's that Irish sexism.
You amuse me to no end, Coulter. You know that. All right, buy the book, Demonic. You'll like it. Directly ahead, Barack and Hart plays Coles and Crowley on how big a beating the president took last night. Then John Stossel, as mentioned, will try to explain exactly what Ron Paul was saying last night. It does need some translation. Upcoming.